Clint Eastwood, the man known as Dirty Harry on the big screen, is not only a legend in cinema but also a true car collector. However, his collection doesn't just include luxury, expensive cars, but also inspiring stories from vehicles that began during the toughest days of his career. From the rusty $25 car that Eastwood owned when he was a young, unknown actor, to the multi-million-dollar Ferrari that even Jay Leno can't have, each car is a part of a journey filled with challenges and glory. So, sit back, enjoy a cup of coffee, and let's begin the journey of discovering 12 special cars in the collection of this legend, where each car is not just a vehicle but a chapter in Clint Eastwood's life. The 1992 GMC Typhoon is one of the lesser-known cars in Clint Eastwood's collection, but don't let the name GMC fool you. Although it carries the brand of a mass-market car manufacturer, the Typhoon possesses the kind of power that even Ferraris would fear. Equipped with a turbocharged 4.3-liter V6 engine, this car produces 280 horsepower and 360 lb-ft of torque, allowing it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds, a remarkable figure compared to many sports cars of its time. In 1992, when supercars were not as developed as they are today, the Typhoon truly made an impact. Eastwood purchased this Typhoon brand new after seeing a similar vehicle used as a support vehicle while his film crew was shooting for the movie Unforgiven. Dubbed the Brute, this car had the ability to conquer tougher terrain than any off-road vehicle the film crew had used. Eastwood's version features a unique green paint job, with only 132 units produced in this color, making it even rarer and more valuable. Interestingly, this Typhoon remains in its original condition with all stock details, including the Garrett T3 turbocharger and an unmodified engine. Clint Eastwood described the car as a secret weapon, as no one would expect a GMC SUV to be so powerful and agile. Despite its seemingly ordinary appearance, the Typhoon surprised many when Eastwood drove it around the movie sets, causing young actors to be amazed that such a vehicle could perform in such a way. Next up is the 1936 Mercedes-Benz 540K Special Roadster, not only a mechanical work of art but also an important piece in the history of automobiles. This car is incredibly valuable, with only 26 units ever made, and Eastwood's is the only one remaining in its original condition, from the engine and chassis to the body. This car has a rather strange and surprising history. In the 1940s, during World War II, Adolf Hitler ordered the destruction of most 540K cars or their conversion into military vehicles. This made the survival of this car a remarkable feat. The story of how Eastwood acquired this car is equally thrilling. In 1984, he received a mysterious letter from a collector in Germany, informing him that Hermann Göring's 540K had been hidden in a warehouse since 1945. Most people thought it was a hoax, but after thorough research, Eastwood confirmed the car's authenticity and decided to own it. With its supercharged straight-8 engine producing 180 horsepower, this car not only has power but also serves as a symbol of timeless automotive engineering. The 540K features an independent suspension system, a groundbreaking improvement at the time, allowing it to run smoothly and flexibly on challenging roads. Every detail of the car was crafted meticulously. The seat leather is made from a special breed of cattle from the Alps in Germany, the decorative wood uses 17 types of precious woods, and the paint is mixed with real silver powder, giving it a luxurious and refined appearance. The restoration of this car is also a noteworthy story. Eastwood not only used materials precisely from that era but also sought out original suppliers to restore special details like the sheep wool headliner and wooden components. The restoration journey of this car demonstrates Clint Eastwood's passion for perfection and preserving historical values in his collection. Continuing Clint Eastwood's car collection is a compact yet extremely special vehicle, the 1966 Morris Mini Countryman Cooper S. This is not the kind of car you'd typically expect to find in the collection of a Hollywood legend, which is exactly why this Mini is so unique. This is one of the rarest Minis, with only 6 Cooper S Travelers ever produced, and it has an interesting connection to another Hollywood legend, Steve McQueen, who also owned 2 similar Minis. Although the Mini has a modest appearance, it boasts exceptional performance. Equipped with a 1,275 cubic centimeters engine producing 78 horsepower, the Mini Cooper S is a small but incredibly powerful and agile car, capable of cornering like a true race car. This was demonstrated when Eastwood used the Mini in the filming of Where Eagles Dare, where he drove it through narrow mountain roads in Europe. Initially, the car was in poor condition when Eastwood found it abandoned in a warehouse in Northern California, missing its original engine. However, through a series of fortunate events, like something out of a movie, he managed to find the original engine in Australia, where it had been sent for a racing project that never came to fruition. These coincidences created a thrilling and unexpected story about the restoration of the Mini. The British racing green paint of the car is not only Eastwood's favorite color but also a signature shade of British racing cars from the 1960s. Furthermore, the car was meticulously restored, from finding the original engine to reviving small details like the electrical system and mechanical parts. Thanks to Clint Eastwood's care and admiration, this Mini is not just a vehicle but a mechanical work of art. One of the special cars in his collection is the 1949 Chevrolet panel truck, a modest vehicle that holds great significance in Eastwood's life. Before becoming a Hollywood legend, Clint Eastwood had a difficult time in Los Angeles, searching for opportunities in the film industry. In 1951, when he was just starting his career, he bought this Chevrolet panel truck for only $25, a small amount but a pivotal point in his journey. This old vehicle accompanied Eastwood through those tough years when he didn't have a permanent place to stay. In contrast to the luxury and expensive cars that would come later, this truck was Eastwood's home during the early days of his Hollywood life. The 1949 Chevrolet panel truck is equipped with a 216 cubic inch straight-six engine, producing just 90 horsepower. Although it seems weak by modern standards, this engine was strong enough at the time to navigate California's narrow roads. What makes this vehicle special isn't just the engine but the modifications Eastwood made to turn it into his mobile home. He installed a makeshift bed in the back and used old theater curtains for insulation, creating a simple yet functional living space for late-night work and script study. Years later, this Chevrolet panel truck was restored at a cost of $65,000. However, for Clint Eastwood, the truck is not just a means of transportation, it's an indispensable part of his life story. Every scratch and every coffee stain on the bench seat brings back unforgettable memories of those early days in Hollywood. Next up is not only one of the most special models but also a car that combines outstanding power and uniqueness, much like Eastwood's own personality, the 1967 Shelby GT500. This is not just any Mustang, but a car that Carroll Shelby created specifically for Clint, making it one of the most powerful GT500s ever produced. In 1967, Eastwood decided to own a Shelby GT500, but he didn't just go for a standard model. He requested that Shelby build a special car for him. Under the custom APCO blue paint, the car featured a 428 cubic inch V8 engine, modified to produce 455 horsepower, much more powerful than the standard 355 horsepower version. This made Eastwood's Shelby GT500 a road monster with exceptional acceleration and control. The story of this car isn't just about its powerful engine but also the other unique features. Shelby and his team equipped the car with a specialized suspension system from the GT350R racing program, ensuring it handled smoothly and flexibly on all terrains. The car also boasts a Detroit locker differential with a 3.89 gear ratio, along with a clutch and transmission fine-tuned for performance. This was a car not just for the average driver but for professional drivers, embodying Clint Eastwood's personality, powerful, decisive, and never backing down. One interesting story related to this Shelby GT500 is that it almost never made it to Eastwood. During delivery, the car was stolen from the truck while en route to Las Vegas. The thieves realized the car belonged to Clint Eastwood and abandoned it at a gas station. There, a gas station attendant, unaware of the car's value, used it as a tow vehicle for 3 days. Fortunately, Shelby's team tracked down the car and rescued it just in time. When the car finally reached Eastwood, it became an irreplaceable part of his collection. It's impossible not to mention the 1972 Ford Gran Torino Sport in the movie Gran Torino. This is the car that Eastwood has owned since 1972, long before it became an inseparable part of his famous film. Eastwood's 1972 Gran Torino Sport is unlike the other cars in his collection. Despite its striking appearance and impressive power, this car is truly tied to the story of Clint Eastwood's return to his famous role in the 2008 film, Gran Torino. Unlike the dark green version in the film, his actual car is bright red, combined with a black vinyl roof, a feature that was exclusive to certain limited editions. Under the hood of this Ford Gran Torino is a V8 Cobra Jet 429 engine, producing 370 horsepower, capable of delivering powerful acceleration and impressive drifts. What makes this car special is that it's not just a typical muscle car, it also comes with premium options such as a Ram air intake system and a special suspension package. The Gran Torino Sport is an icon of the golden age of American muscle cars, and this car has truly left an impression on car enthusiasts. However, what's interesting is that this Ford Gran Torino Sport is not just associated with memories from the film but also carries Clint Eastwood's personal connection to the car. When the filmmakers wanted to use a fake Gran Torino for filming, Eastwood refused. He insisted that nothing could replace his original car. As a result, this car appeared in the film Gran Torino, where Eastwood proudly drove it in key scenes. Eastwood's Ford Gran Torino Sport not only retains its original bright red paint but also bears traces of the past. One notable detail is a small dent on the rear of the car, from an incident in 1974, which Eastwood kept as a reminder. The car even features a St. Christopher medallion hanging from the rearview mirror, a special gift from his father. Today, the 1972 Gran Torino Sport remains one of the most valuable cars in Clint Eastwood's collection. Eastwood has rejected numerous offers to sell the car because, for him, this car is an inseparable part of his cinematic legacy in life. One of the most notable sports cars in this Hollywood Legends collection, the 1974 Ferrari 365 GT4 Berlinetta Boxer, is a symbol of performance and sophistication. The Ferrari 365 GT4 Boxer is considered the last Ferrari before the onset of the electronic era, and Clint Eastwood brought this car into his life with a special modification that made it even more valuable. When Eastwood decided to own this Ferrari, he didn't just buy an ordinary car. He requested a special modification to make the Ferrari truly reflect his style. Eastwood asked the legendary designer Sergio Scaglietti, who had designed many classic Ferrari models, to convert the GT4 Berlinetta Boxer into a convertible version, creating a car so rare that only 3 were made in the world. Equipped with a flat, 12 engine producing 380 horsepower, the Ferrari 365 GT4 Boxer became one of the fastest cars at the time. This engine not only provided powerful acceleration but also created the distinctive sound of a true Ferrari, leaving anyone who heard it impressed. With its improved suspension and optimized aerodynamics, this Ferrari was not only a speed machine but also a masterpiece of mechanical art. However, what makes this Ferrari 365 GT4 Boxer even more special is the story behind it. Owned by Eastwood during the early years of his racing career, this Ferrari helped shape one of Clint Eastwood's great passions in life. Another special aspect is that the Ferrari 365 GT4 Boxer retains its Rosso Corsa paint, Ferrari's legendary red color, making it stand. Another special aspect is that the Ferrari 365 GT4 Boxer retains its Rosso Corsa paint, Ferrari's legendary red color, making it stand out and immeasurably valuable. While Eastwood admitted that he once wanted to repaint the car silver for a scene in the film Firefox, he abandoned the idea after receiving a direct call from Enzo Ferrari, who advised him to keep the classic red color to preserve the car's original beauty. Despite its immense value, this car has always been an important part of his collection, and he has refused all offers to buy it. Next up is a classic car with deep historical significance. In Clint Eastwood's collection, the 1958 Pontiac Bonneville convertible is not just a means of transportation, but a symbol of luxury and innovation in the automobile industry. Eastwood found this Pontiac Bonneville convertible in 1975, when he received word about a rare car sitting in a warehouse near Carmel, California. When he arrived and saw the car, it was truly a treasure. With a 370 cubic inch V8 engine and a Rochester fuel injection system, this Pontiac could produce 300 horsepower, allowing it to reach 60 miles per hour in just 7.6 seconds, an impressive figure in the 1950s. When it was first released, the Bonneville was considered one of the most luxurious cars Pontiac had to offer, priced at $5,782, which was even higher than the Cadillac Eldorado, an impressive price at the time. After acquiring the car, Eastwood didn't just use it as a vehicle but also set about restoring it in a way that reflected its true value. Unlike many other owners who later switched to carburetors, Eastwood was determined to keep the original Rochester fuel injection system. The restoration of this Bonneville was no easy task. It took a lengthy 9-month process to restore the car's unique 3-tone paint, Kenya ivory, redwood copper, and stellar black, all meticulously completed to retain its original beauty. This is a testament to the passion and dedication Clint Eastwood put into his car collection. What makes this car special is not only the restoration but also how Eastwood has preserved and maintained the Pontiac Bonneville as an irreplaceable part of his collection. In 2018, the car won Best in Class at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, although Eastwood skipped the award ceremony to take his grandchildren out for ice cream instead of accepting the award. For Eastwood, these cars are not just for display but are meant to be experienced and preserved as living pieces of history. After landing his first major role in the movie Revenge of the Creature, Eastwood decided to spend a significant amount of money to acquire a 1955 Cadillac Series 62 convertible, a car that not only represented prosperity but also served as a symbol of economic development in the post-war era. The Cadillac Series 62 is equipped with a 331 cubic inch V8 engine, producing 250 horsepower, and an automatic hydromatic transmission, one of the groundbreaking innovations that made the car run smoothly and easily. But it's not just the luxury, this Cadillac played an important role in Clint Eastwood's life. He drove the car to his first date with Maggie Johnson, who later became his wife. This car accompanied Eastwood on his cross-country honeymoon, and it also inspired the 1989 film Pink Cadillac, although Eastwood still maintains that his car was a nicer shade of pink than the one featured in the movie. The 1955 Cadillac Series 62 convertible in Eastwood's collection is particularly special because he has preserved and maintained it in original condition over the years. While many Cadillac Series 62s were destroyed during the 1970s oil crisis, Eastwood kept his car and restored it. He spent over $100,000 to maintain the car's original features, from the engine to smaller details like the Autronic Eye automatic headlight dimming system, a premium feature at the time. The restoration of this Cadillac was not merely a maintenance job but also a tribute to the car's history. Eastwood kept special details such as the original leather upholstery and the exterior paint, preserving the car's luxurious and elegant beauty. For Eastwood, this Cadillac is not just a means of transportation but also an important part of his story of success and prosperity in the film industry. Next in Clint Eastwood's car collection is the 1960 Jaguar XK150 Roadster, which stands out not only for its luxurious appearance but also for the unique story behind it. This British sports car is steeped in history and has played an important role in Eastwood's directing career, especially in his directorial debut, Play Misty for Me. The XK150 Roadster was produced in 1960, a period when Jaguar was developing sports cars with exceptional performance capabilities. Equipped with a 3.8L inline-6 engine, the XK150 produced 265 horsepower, a significant number at the time. Its powerful performance, combined with its refined design, made this car one of the most beloved sports cars among automotive enthusiasts. The story of Eastwood's XK150 began when the car unexpectedly became a star in Play Misty for Me, the film where Eastwood made his directorial debut. Although the original script called for a Mercedes, when the scheduled car broke down on the first day of filming, Eastwood decided to use his own XK150. This change altered the entire story, as the car not only fit the scene perfectly but also contributed to the unique style of the film. From then on, the car became not just a vehicle but an essential part of the film and Eastwood's life. However, the journey of this car didn't end with the film. After being featured in the movie, the Jaguar XK150 faced a major challenge when its brakes nearly failed during a dangerous scene at Big Sur. This resulted in a serious incident when the brake lines leaked, nearly sending the car off a cliff. However, rather than giving up, Eastwood decided to keep the shot and used his genuine fear in the expression on his face in the scene. This moment became not only one of the most memorable in the film but also an unforgettable mark in the journey of the XK150. After the incident, Eastwood bought the car from the studio and spent 2 years restoring it. The restoration process included replacing the original sheepskin mats with Wilton wool mats, a special product from England, as well as using leather upholstery from the famous Scottish supplier, Bridge of Weir. Every detail of the car was meticulously cared for by Eastwood, from the repair kit to small items like the Lucas Spark plug wrench. Today, the 1960 Jaguar XK150 Roadster remains one of the most valuable cars in Clint Eastwood's collection. It is called one of the most valuable items in Clint Eastwood's collection, the 1964 Ferrari 250 GT Lusso, not only for its financial value but also for the story behind it. The Ferrari 250 GT Lusso is a symbol of elegance, exceptional performance, and the dream car for many The Ferrari 250 GT Lusso is a symbol of elegance, exceptional performance, and the dream car for many car enthusiasts around the world. Eastwood purchased the Ferrari 250 GT Lusso in 1970, when he was at the peak of his career. Although the value of the car was quite high at that time, $155,000, it became an important part of Eastwood's collection and is closely tied to his film career. Equipped with a 3.0L V12 engine, the Ferrari 250 GT Lusso produces 240 horsepower, allowing it to accelerate smoothly and reach high speeds effortlessly. The sound of its engine is one of its most remarkable features, which Ferrari even recorded and stored in its sound archives for reference in future car models. The story of the Ferrari 250 GT Lusso is not just about its specifications and numbers but also an important chapter in Eastwood's collecting journey. It was originally ordered by Italian film director Roberto Rossellini, but after facing financial difficulties, the car was transferred to Clint Eastwood. This is a remarkable tale, as the car was initially produced for a famous figure in the film industry, only to become the property of another legend in the same field. Even though this Ferrari was built over 50 years ago, it still maintains its beauty and perfection. After acquiring the car, Eastwood refused all offers to sell it, even though its value today could reach over $3 million. For him, this Ferrari is not just an expensive collectible but a significant part of his story of success and passion. Unlike many owners of million-dollar Ferraris, Eastwood didn't let his Lusso sit in a private garage. He regularly took it out on the road, even teaching his children how to drive a manual transmission using the Ferrari, though he admitted that doing so made him feel a few years older. The 1964 Ferrari 250 GT Lusso is not just a rare car but also a cherished part of Clint Eastwood's legacy. The final special vehicle in the video in Clint Eastwood's collection. Can you guess which one it is? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. It's not an expensive car, but a 1971 Honda CB750. I'll heart the comments from those who guessed the right vehicle. The 1971 Honda CB750 is not just a classic motorcycle, but also an essential part of Eastwood's career journey, especially during the peak of his film career. The Honda CB750 was dubbed the Ferrari of motorcycles at the time of its release, being the first mass-produced bike to feature a four-cylinder engine and disc brake system. This opened a new era for the motorcycle industry, marking the transition from simple motorcycles to sportier models with powerful and stable performance. With 67 horsepower and a 4x4 exhaust system, the Honda CB750 was not only powerful but also had a distinctive sound, making it an iconic bike of the 1970s. However, Eastwood's Honda CB750 is more than just a mode of transportation. It's tied to some memorable moments in his career. While filming Dirty Harry, Eastwood used this CB750 to cruise through the streets of San Francisco, especially when he raced the director Don Siegel through the city's famous hills. This bike was not only powerful but also maneuvered easily through steep roads, making it the perfect tool for dramatic action scenes. What makes this Honda CB750 so special is its originality. While many other CB750s have been modified or upgraded over time, Eastwood's bike remains in its original condition, including its distinctive candy yellow paint and original parts. The bike even has a unique feature. Eastwood custom-built a special bracket to hold the script while parking between shots. This historical detail remains on the bike today, serving as a reminder of the past memories. When Honda learned that Eastwood still owned an original CB750, they offered to restore the bike for their museum in Japan. However, Eastwood decided to restore it himself over 3 years. He sought parts from all over the world, even from shops in Thailand, to ensure the bike maintained its original quality and characteristics. Eastwood himself said, "Every scratch on this bike has a story, and I remember them all." The 1971 Honda CB750 remains one of Clint Eastwood's favorite vehicles in his collection, not just for its material value but for the sentimental value it holds. From the old Chevrolet truck to the ultra-rare Ferraris, Clint Eastwood's car collection not only reflects his passion for automobiles but also serves as a testament to a journey of overcoming challenges, from the days of struggle to rising as a Hollywood legend. Each car is a part of his legacy, a story unsaid but deeply meaningful, representing important milestones in his career and life. If you find the story of Clint Eastwood's car collection interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next exciting videos about unique collections from other stars. Share this passion with your friends and look forward to the amazing stories yet to come.